guys, DarkLord Projects here again, and today is the first episode of my Dominion series, and this is getting ready to play Dominion. Not the preparation of the game, but actually getting ready, opening up your fresh new box, what you'll see, how to sort them through, because I know that was, sounds kind of weird, but I had difficulties with that. So, the first thing you'll see when you open up the box, which has beautiful box art as you can see. It's created by Rio Grande Games, if you're wondering. So the first thing you'll see, I already pulled them out, is a few manuals. So these two are just advertisement, so you can throw those away. I'm keeping them because I like to. And then here's your two go-to guides. So I'd say this is part one, where it explains the game itself, specific cards, how everything works. And then here is the manual where you can see how your turns are. And then this is also your go-to guide when you have any questions about a card. Having pictures next to them, you can always just look here and see how it is. There's also additional rules, and then like recommended sets of 10, which I'll explain in a next video. And once again, there's the Rio Grande Games symbol. So now let's open up the box and see what's inside. So inside the box, you'll see this piece of paper that is long and has several different colors and names of specific cards. The first thing you want to do with it is, as you see, all my cards are sorted through. It helps you sort them. When you first purchase it, there will be several stacks of cards in a random order. Just remove the wrapping and put them aside. The first thing you want to do, as you can see, there's this triangle symbol. Make sure this is pointing up with the triangle symbol. I think it's pretty sure it's a recycling symbol. It says PS on it. So you want to slide that right in. It should fit perfectly in the middle when your cards are in there. And that's the first step of getting your box ready to play Dominion. So after you place in this sheet, there will be a few stacks of cards placed in with a wrapper. Just peel off the wrapper and sort through the cards. And by what I mean sort through the cards is, for example, there will be 10 militia cards that kind of look like this. So you'll need to get all 10 of them. Make sure they're gold ones. Because the blue backs, there's one of every card that has a blue back. Those cards are special. And I'll explain why in a second. So you should sort through them. There's also treasure cards that you need to sort through, which have much more. And it also shows on the sheet, which you could use as a guide. By the color, it corresponds to the card, like how moat is blue and the spot is blue right there. So the colors correspond with the card. And so there's names for everything except for the blue card spot and the two blank card spots, but I'll tell you what to do with those. So once you sort through them all, you'll have a big group of blue cards. As you can see, I keep all my blue cards together because these are one of every card that comes with, except for two cards, which is the treasure and the blank card, but those aren't needed to play the game. They're pretty much extra. So you might be asking, oh, what do I do with these two blank spots that have no name? And I also apologize for not reading Cruddy Camera, and it's the best I got. So there are one blue card that isn't going in there, which is the trash card. And so this is a mechanic in the game called trashing and stuff. And you put it on top of the trash card, but not all the time I use it, only if I feel like it, if I remember. And then there's blank cards. It doesn't really specifically say, oh, use it for this. I think it's pretty sure if, like, I don't know, for some strange reason you want to make your own cards, like apples to apples. But I guarantee it's if a card breaks, you could just fill that out and whoop-de-doo. Now here's just a few, few last things you could do to be ready for the game. And when I say be ready, it's not the preparation for that game. That's going to be its own episode. So what I highly recommend is one of the two booklets that you got, this one, highly recommend you read through it before you play the game, or after you watch some videos. I'm not sure if they'll be out at the time when you watch this one. Read through that, figure out, I don't know, how the game works, And I mean, if you're not a if you don't learn as well when it comes to reading stuff, that's how it was for me. I still read through it. It was a little confusing to me, some mechanics, when you're like, whoa, this is brand new to me, never heard it. And then when in doubt, use this book when you're playing, because it tells you your first few turns, a sample action card, which I will eventually explain, and then how all the cards work and additional rules. So sometimes you have an opponent that's questioning, what exactly does this do? Because it just says +2 gold. Do you get 2 gold, or do you +2 treasure? Sorry. Do you get to take 2 treasure, or do you get like a temporary credit? Well, I learned that in here by reading the booklets. And also, moat is a very weird card that negates attack. It doesn't negate the whole card, it negates specific parts about it. So you could always read this, and this is how your final box should look. Everything should be corresponding. I highly recommend. All the cards are pointing to the left. And so I want to show you this is how it should look. I usually keep the cards in the box, some of the cards, except for the ones you're playing with, just to keep it neat. These are just some tips, I would say, to keep everything organized, because I'm an organizational freak. And just saying, depending how many players you have, if you see all these states right here, that's a pretty important card in the game. You might not be using all these, you'll be using some. So take as many as you need for this game, put them aside, and then always just keep the rest there to make sure you don't lose any cards or anything. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later.